is going to crown another UFC undisputed champion. A lot of people think it's going to be in this welterweight division, and it is going to be Mike Malott. Harken back to UFC 289, Vancouver, British Columbia. All the pressure in the world is on this guy against Adam Fugit, and man, did he rise above it. When the lights are bright, he is at his best. And it may sound trite, right? But this is a big game player. He elevates his game to the setting, and you should hear his training partners and coaches talk about just how good this guy is at the gym. A lot of people believe, as Mike Malott hits the inspection zone, we're looking at a future UFC champion. Get out your 209 tattoos, folks. Here he is, the one, the only Nate Diaz, making the walk yet again. It's been a long time, but Nate Diaz is back tonight. He has put in all the right work. You know, few guys in this division work harder than Nate Diaz. It's good to see him back.
And you notice it, John, right? The cardio. The cardio is one thing that stands out about Nate Diaz. He looks like he's just touching guys with all of the strikes, but the build-up from all the activity that he puts out usually will make his opponents wilt. And once he gets him to the ground, he's a jiu-jitsu black belt that can finish the fight with a number of submissions.
Yeah, he'll hit you with the open hand, too. He'll invoke that Stockton slap. You think we see that tonight?
Stockton slap, but it's just so disrespectful. But I love watching it. It's so Nate Diaz.
Gotta get you a Lafayette slap or something. Good to see Nate Diaz back here tonight, one of the biggest fan bases in the world, and they are all watching the pride of Stockton, California here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. All right, now for the particulars, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, and now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Nate Diaz!
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. Good.
Well, he spent more than 10 years on the roster. Few fighters have as big a fan base as Nate Diaz. You hear the crowd popping. You know they want the Stockton slap tonight. We'll see if Nate Diaz will go to it tonight. One thing is for certain, the man is not afraid to do so if an opportunity presents itself. Well, you know about the offense, but how about the defense? Overhand blocked by Mike Malott. All right, early in the fight here, and Nate Diaz off to a pretty good start, found a home for that left hand.
I mean, and it's powerful. It does not seem like Nate is throwing it hard, but he always finds his target is very accurate with that straight left hand. So he kind of feeds the right hand to get you moving where he wants, and then bang, he dropped that straight left on you that hurt so many. Hurt Conor McGregor, and he hurt the welterweight champion, Leon Edwards, in the same way. When both are prepared, these are the types of fights that we expect. Body shot. That jab is fast. Look at that jab. Oh, the kick landed.
Oh, nice jab by him there, and I guess on the other side, hard to get your offense going when your head keeps getting snapped back like a Pez dispenser.
Every time he tries to go forward and use his own offense, the jab is stopping him in his tracks. He's doing a great job of fighting.
Oh, that's a big hit. Oh, what a shot there on the inside. He's hurt now.
He turned his entire body into that uppercut, and it landed exactly as he hoped.
So pretty good recovery by the opponent after getting stunned pretty good. Got to capitalize on those opportunities.
I mean, you can't waste these opportunities. You don't get them as often as you'd like, so when you get a guy hurt, you got to find a way to finish the fight.
Well, Nate Diaz has certainly found the range here early, DC. This is a fighter close to my heart, close to my left forearm. 209 representing well here tonight. All right, so the uppercuts have been a big part of the storyline in this one, but the setups have really been key for him. He's not telegraphing that strike, and the opponent hasn't been able to adjust.
He has not been able to see them. It's a very tricky punch, especially in the way that he throws it. He throws it. Oh, guillotine here. He's got it in.
Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
Diaz gets caught by the inside. Oh, that's a separate blow right there, DC. He's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad. Oh, look at that.
There's the left hand from Diaz. Big moments on both sides in round one. All right, so the round is over. You see, obviously, the fighter has a cut on his cheek sustained in that round, but better to be below the eye than above it. The cut man is in there trying to close it up. Well, I'm not sure the extent to which he has recovered, but we do see the end of the round. DC, talk us through the replay.
Well, he's a tough guy. He's going to make it to the stool. He's going to survive unless you put him completely out of there. Unfortunately, he's in there with a guy that does have that ability.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go with round two. All right, so as this next round gets underway, hopefully the good action we saw in the last round will continue. Both fighters certainly had their ups and downs, both got the offense going, but now we'll see if one fighter or the other can really take control of what has been a very close fight thus far. Oh, he snaps off the jab yet again. Beautiful use of the jab, really, start to finish tonight. Did it in the previous round and picking up right where he left off here. Well, you know this is the hurt business, and both guys are compromised at this stage of the fight.
Yeah, both guys are compromised. Both guys have been beat up. Both guys have done a great job of landing, recognizing what they wanted to get done, and it's showing. This is a very evenly matched fight.
Oh, nice job by Nate Diaz yet again to find a home for that left hand.
Yeah, he finds that left hand, John, and as we have spoken to time and time again, it does not look like he's throwing it hard. That's one of those shots that if you take one of them, if you're in the night, that one landed right on the spot.
Well, it looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it.
Well, you got to think he might be trying to set up that overhand again. He's found a home for it all night long. Let's see if that holds true. Oh, nice job to slip off the center line there. His head movement has been a huge, huge factor defensively in this fight.
You should never be a stationary target, so even if the feet aren't moving, you got to be ready to slip that head at a moment's notice.
Oh, man, this is wild. These guys are both throwing everything with fight-ending intentions. Strong outside leg kick.
Jab hurt him a little bit. Oh! This might be the biggest shot of this entire fight. He landed a massive hook to put his opponent on wobbly legs.
Well, informed speculation says he's going to try to set up another hook here. Oh, man, the blood is flowing now. I know a lot of you like that, but he has got to figure some things out defensively or this fight's going to hurt.
He's got to move his head, John. But the problem is, now he's got the blood to deal with. He's got a sharp striker in front of him. He has got a lot of things to deal with if he wants to win this fight. But right now, the focus needs to be on the head movement so you're not getting hit in that cut.
Oh, unable to find the target with that hook shot. Well, the calf kick has effectively changed the game, and I'm not sure he wants to take too many more of those.
Well, you might consider switching stances or something to try to eliminate that attack from coming in his direction. Caught the kick.
And they separate. 2 rounds in the books. All right, so the round is over, and you see the cut man not wasting any time as the fighter makes his way back to the stool. The cut man will try to shut that cut on the bridge of his nose and prevent it from becoming a factor here moving forward. All right, back to the stool, and he is officially swole, and I'm not talking about muscles. He is swollen up top.
I mean, he looks bad. It's because he was too stationary. He was on the receiving end of too many big shots. He was beat up. He was battered. He was bruised. And look at all the swelling. It shows that he has taken far too many.
Ready to fight? Ready.
3rd round underway. Effective strike there by Mike Malott. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to pile up these body shots here in the latter stages of this fight. You didn't see a lot of that in the earlier rounds, making up for lost time here. Big straight left. And another straight finds the target there by Diaz. Oh, and he caught the kick. Try to establish that jab. Oh, a huge strike lands there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, a follow-up shot that will finish the fight.
Massive head kick. Oh, tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Mike Malott. All right, so a good job defensively by him here as he raises the guard and prevents any damage.
Shades of James Toney. Always seeing things coming at him. He's such a great defensive fighter.
Diaz is definitely taking aim at that cut right now. You see, targeting that area that is already compromised on his opponent. Well, you've got to admire the urgency here. He is trying to keep the judges out of it, lighten up his opponent left and right. So we have passed the midway point in the fight. Oh, Malott's eye now closing up. Big strike lands.
Big strike lands. Oh!
Ooh, looking to go to the leg kick here, just out of range. Now he gets a more dominant position with the underhook.
He is going to start to drive knees over and over. You got to be careful here. You got to move.
Keeps going back to that jab, keeps throwing that jab, but unable to land. Beautiful straight punch there by Diaz. Kickboxing 101.
Yeah, he's got to. He's got to start checking kicks. Oh, nice. Nice.
He's still attached to his body.
The last time I saw an uppercut like that, it was Overeem versus Ngannou. And you know they still haven't found Alice Overeem's head.
Back to his feet. Waning seconds here of round number 3. And that'll do it, 15 minutes in the books. So he heads back to the stool after a dominant round. Great round there from Diaz.
Give him some water, give him some water. Listen, that was a great finish to that round. Now, let's start off with
Well, he had a lot more than a puncher's chance coming in. Big knockdown for him in the previous round. DC, talk us through the highlight.
He got in his opponent's face, landed that big punch that put his opponent flat on his back. He couldn't get the finish, but if he lands one more time just like that, he will get the victory.
You ready to fight? You ready?
4th round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Oh, flying knee right to the belly. Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here. What a great sequence by him, mixing. Well-placed shot there, DC. He is officially rocked.
A big, massive hook that really has put his opponent on skates. This is big. That's big.
A lot. Some definite damage underneath the elbow now on the side of his opponent. A lot of strikes to the body starting to add up.
Yeah, a lot of strikes to the body and mixing up the attack, not being one-dimensional, not headhunting inside the octagon. I think he has fought beautifully right now, and it's starting to show itself.
Under 3 minutes to go in round 4. Well, he's got his back now. Lands with the ground and pound here.
He's just being more aggressive, and because he's being more aggressive and more loose with his strikes, he's landing.
Oh, these ground strikes are just brutal. Posture's up now. That's a vicious head strike. How to take it. Dean steps in.
Goodness!
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Just a relentless effort out of this fighter here tonight. The ref had no choice but to step in, and that is how you leave the judges out of it. All right, let's get to some replays now. Certainly a lot for our replay guys to work with in the truck. This was a clinic tonight in terms of mixed martial arts acumen in every realm of the game.
And once he got to the top, he started to land brutal ground and pound until the fight was called off. Just a dominant performance from the top position.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes of round number 4. Declaring the winner by TKO, Nate Diaz.
All right, so one of the biggest superstars on this roster, top to bottom, Nathan Diaz getting his hand raised tonight and still showing you, DC, several years into this thing, he can still compete and beat the best guys in the world.
People used to talk about Nick and Nate Diaz. He was the little brother, and he wants to still be Nick's little brother. But right now, Nate Diaz stands alone. Nate Diaz stands